Recently in NFL news, Ben Roethlisberger announced his retirement. He's the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's been there several seasons. I think he was drafted in the early 2000s. I want to say 2004 from Miami of Ohio University. He was like a three-sport athlete in high school, and I think he got recruited as a quarterback from Miami of Ohio. It was one of those. It sounded like it was one of those, I guess, last-minute deals. But they said he was a pretty good athlete at all three sports: baseball, basketball, football. He got recruited in football, and from there he was drafted with pretty high expectations with the Steelers after his Miami of Ohio career. And he boasts, I think, 2 Super Bowl wins with 2 different coaches. And pretty exciting games. I think I remember at least one of those. And he played under Coach Mike Tomlin, also played under Bill Cowher. I think it's Bill Cowher. All these names escape me. It was their old coach. I think he lost the Super Bowl to Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, the Steelers were in the playoffs for a while. Several years. They were contenders, it seems, up until recent past. I want to say maybe around 2017. I can't remember. But he retires with a pretty, I want to say, decorated statistics and pretty decorated career. He played, I think, 15 seasons, if I'm correct. I'm sure someone will correct that if I'm wrong. And he's also not without controversy, especially in recent times as he announced his retirement, because it seems like a lot of players tend to get into things, to get into trouble, and it's of course the media is going to get a hold of it, and the situations vary. It seems like in his case, I think the first issue, I think, was when he had the accident, and say he went through a windshield. It was a motorcycle accident, and he wasn't wearing a helmet, which is, I guess, endangering his football career. I think that was looked at as being very irresponsible. And I want to say, with athletes or with anyone, I think people have different sides. Like, to one person, you or me or anyone may be like very kind, very considerate, very humble, very patient, understanding, pretty much the nicest person in the world. And to someone else, we may be just a giant prick, like just the worst person to be around. I think we can't really answer for everyone's multiple sides. I mean, to your family and to your close friends, even your flaws can be glossed over, and because the people that care about you are going to be pretty forgiving. In his case, you know, some people do call him a good teammate, a generous teammate, a good guy. But then there are others, especially those who have accused him of pretty much violating their, I guess, for lack of a better term, their sovereignty. I don't want to get into details. Anyway, these are sensitive topics on YouTube. You can Google it. He had 2 cases within the span of between, I guess I want to say 2007 and 2011, around 2000, maybe 2008 to 10. I know the accident was around, I think, 2006, I think. I keep looking at these articles to get the dates, and it's hard to keep up with them. But anyway, there was one lady that basically hit him with an accusation, and it was one lady at a bar, and then it was a college student, and one was settled outside of court. I think the other one, the district attorney chose not to pursue it. Again, these are very sensitive topics, and so many. There have been like worst case scenarios where there are victims that are really, undergoing psychological issues. I think one of the ladies did say she had depression from the incident. I don't know. Again, all these seem to be settled outside of court. I don't know, have all the details. Well, I guess we all don't have all the details except for the two people that were there and whatever evidence is collected. I just want to say that, again, we have multiple sides, and you may look at someone as maybe they can do no wrong, and somebody else may look at them as, oh, they can't do no right. We have to be fair in how we kind of assess someone. And again, his legacy, he retires with controversy. I mean, I do think if something happened, anybody who violates anyone, you should be prosecuted. No one should be above the law. But based on some of these reports, it just looks like some things were glossed over. And there seems to be inconsistency as far as dealing with the punishments for certain allegations or offenses. Again, this was never convicted, so I guess legally there are no ramifications, but this does put a stain on the legacy, because it just seems like some things have kind of like affected how he will be viewed. Again, how will history look at this? It's interesting. A lot of people have things to say, but you know what? I mean, to be a bit more honest, that the whole league is full of like some serious, I want to say, offenses. So it may seem like some people get away with it and some people don't. It appears like that, to be honest. When I say get away with it, I mean all encompassing, however you want to look at it. Maybe there wasn't enough evidence, maybe there's overwhelming evidence and they still got away with it. There's so many cases. I will say that there are two sides in the truth, and no one should be a victim of being violated in any way. And I think that every case should be investigated. I know I sound like I'm trying to not be too controversial, and I guess I kind of am, but it is something to acknowledge that there is controversy there. Something happened, and we're not sure how history is going to look at his legacy as he's retired. I don't know. I wouldn't try to be getting on the screen to do any sports broadcasts if I were in that scenario. I personally wouldn't. But hey, I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I know this is a very sensitive issue. I do have strong feelings about anybody being violated. I think it affects all of us. It affects all of us pretty deeply. I think any kind of harm that comes to someone, it doesn't just affect that one person. There's a whole lot of people behind it affects, and maybe people indirectly. All I can say is there are two people that say they were harmed, and we can just pray they get healing from whatever happened. And I think there's something we can all learn from this. There's several lessons we can all learn, and I would just keep it at that. You can go research the story for yourself. I don't want to get into too many details. I just want to kind of say we should have a more balanced approach and look at, I guess, everyone's body of work, outside of work, inside of work. In his case, on the field, off the field, because some things you do have serious ramifications. It's different. It's not as if, as far as motorcycle accident, that's neither here or there for me. especially when you retire. I mean, that's past. But more serious issues, that those are something that you can't ignore. And I do think that everything still deserves its just due detailed investigation. Whether that was done or not, I don't know. I can only go by what's written. All I can say is, again, I hope that whatever happens, everyone can come to some point of healing, and eventually justice comes out. There's fair justice, basically. I just hope there's fair justice. Pray there's fair justice. Getting tongue-tied, but yeah, I mean, looking from the outside in, I don't have all the facts, so I don't want to go this way or that way. All I can say is these were settled. One was settled outside in civil court, and another one was not even prosecuted. So let me know what you think. Send me an email. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for taking time out to listen.